teacher tip has to do with trying to best understand our most difficult students. So, going through all the training that I've been through, trauma-informed education, yoga training, mindfulness training, something that has come about that, it's really actually a simple concept, but I never put it together before until all these trainings kept leading me to this practice of when you have a difficult student and you're really challenged emotionally by that student, so it's really hard for you to even connect with them. Sometimes it's hard to have empathy for them or compassion. It's hard to be patient with them. And trust me, I've had my fair share, and I never really handled it very well until I've been having all these opportunities to learn about mindfulness. And now what we do, and I even teach students this, but a great thing to do is to sit down and be honest with your feelings. This student bothers me because whatever the reasons are, and it's okay, acknowledge that. But also acknowledge that they are a young person. They probably have a difficult home life, most likely. A lot of kids act out because they don't know how to express their emotions. And so when we can think about it that way, once you're there in that space, really take the time and space, give yourself space and time to think about what 3 things you might have in common with that student. The 3 things can be super, super surfacey, if you will. So for instance, if it was a female child that was annoying me greatly, this student is a female like I am. This student has a family like I do. This student wants to have a good life like I do. When you start to employ this practice of 3 things in common, when you're struggling to get along with somebody, a magical thing happens and these defensive walls kind of come down and you are able to open up your heart a little bit better. And remember, the most important thing we do is make connections with students. That's the very most important thing we do. Once we have good connections, good relationships, they feel safe, they can learn, we are happier, we do a better job. So 3 things in common, and it doesn't have to be just with a student. Like if you have trouble with colleagues, or sometimes, your own children, your spouse, whatever, think about how can you open up your heart because you are realizing this person is a person. And you're looking at it